In this video, I want to answer the question, is it bad to crack your neck? Okay, you see people all the time, they're cracking their neck. Here's the problem. In your neck, you have joints that are either hypermobile, that means they move too much, okay, usually in the mid part right through here. And then you have other joints that are hypomobile. They're moving too little, they're fixated. So when you adjust yourself, most of the time, you're going to get the wrong one. You're going to be adjusting the hypermobile joints, and it's going to get looser and looser and looser, and it's going to cause the need to continue to do this over and over and over and over again. Now, I got interested in chiropractic college when I was in 9th grade. My grandfather was a chiropractor. He graduated in 1920, never met him, and I didn't even know what chiropractors were. So I was 9th grade, was in wrestling, hurt myself. Mother took me to the chiropractor. So I laid on this table. I didn't know what to expect. He gave me an adjustment. I got this incredible relief from this pain that I had. So I set up pretty quickly and started talking to him about it. And I decided right there, I want to do this because the amount of relief you can give people. So I decided I wanted to be a chiropractor when I was in 9th grade. So when I got into school, the last year, you basically had to practice on each other. So for the next year, we became human guinea pigs for getting adjusted. And of course, when you first start out, you don't know what you're doing. So I have a lot of people working on me that are doing it wrong. And it basically took me 2 or 3 years to recover from having severely hypermobile joints. In fact, I remember one time my roommate adjusted me the wrong way and my sinus got clogged up. So I went into the clinic and had someone readjust it the other way, and it just cleared right up. So my viewpoint is this, and I know that sometimes chiropractors get a bad rap. Once you go, you always have to go. But if you find a good chiropractor that is honest, that knows what they're doing, that is very competent, that can only adjust what you need to have adjusted, there's nothing better. I remember after I graduated, going back home and going to visit a chiropractor that used to work with my grandfather. So he's been in practice for something like 65 years, right? He's an old timer, and he's still in practice. He's pretty much treated everyone in town. So I wanted him to adjust me. And he laid me down. He just put his fingers right down my spine, went in there. It was the most incredible treatment that I've ever had from any chiropractor. So if you can find someone that's competent, it's definitely going to be worth it. But here's my viewpoint. If you have to be treated over and over and over because that vertebral segment is not staying in place, there's usually something else going on, either nutritionally or with the diet or referred pain. If the gallbladder, for example, is a problem, that can refer pain up to the right side and literally pull these vertebrae out of place. If your teeth aren't fitting right because you went to the dentist and you have some teeth work and now they don't quite close right, that will put tension on your jaw and your neck, and it can throw off the entire spine. So there's a lot of problems that can be referred. There's a lot of inflammatory things can happen from old injuries. This is why we do intermittent fasting and ketosis. So instead of cracking your neck, I would do more stretches. And if it cracks in the process of stretching, that's totally fine. Anyway, thanks for watching. Oh, ow. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.